I'm saying I'm watching and walk about from the dialogue show so I net to television abroad so say you did Jumadi as some war now. The dialogue show Jumadi no a man your some quan so quite fast bit me a more mind to and so it me across we no and the Tanasia ye de every war na war dialogue show so no and pay the room sacrum sem ever down. Don't share during a year and send a bay alpha go can see Branton or when you saw beba now if you are near a dim common alpha go can see a quan so say all work and no play Miss Jack a dog boy CJ Winter said entertainment kakra and so met me out to our son of a year command hold at the amount and nay a financial Friday I was ya and then your tenacity say ya not just Disica Simu and Commonra Finance Minister or my foot to sound for a comra Sibijam no coy and on bay. And na okodi and nan common there a be papa about 99 pages and what they call and then someone send out 10 or fire then out here then who ye e wo mu ba ku bi a mebo so de ama wate ho asene se BEC in so hwe a omokotire nkwada a omoye registration no aban ni photosam for chess wo tua registration fee ni nyina na me who dream because yen be a kasanu war how we contribute our quota to the development of Nkrophobia ye hanum bi atimi atua sa registration fee ni bi we paid about 500 Ghana cedis and so aforce we tua sika ni nyina eno a meheda ye call besides nenti sa abaye tua sa sika na mo ba gi free ho so abaye so tua ma hwan aban so tua sa BEC sika de ma wo fa wotie mi obakọ wie school ye gi registration fee wo ho anasa ban etua e buafa na fe ntimi ebre so a ebetimi amosa kwanya na so afra bisa say yampasa no a obetimi ehunu aban kasa mu enura no o say about 950,000 nipa and oma free ohia bubro mu multidimensional poverty in just 1 year enti aban ba ye edi 1 year na nipa 950,000 afro hia bubro mu a wan kasankasa wote ho wasetena mu no senate aban ba ye wanya dwuma ye wusa ekowa no udidi emme 3 square daily no utimi edibia na honorable TD Von D ene waban se 950,000 ene ebisi ebo no 001 100 said that ya na wonimu no ano honorable TD Von D ano peme mo ache said that aban se saade nyina no waye e de ama for the first time in history ewo man Ghana emusen this amanyoko no ebo MPP amanyoko na baso ewo policy bi ode bae ne hyehye ya wom eye ya enei eno finance minister me ehunu se enne a one ye ekase wom nye ade bia ye soronko bia ne mom MPP policies a ode gu akwan so no eno obodi DEP so ekere se pensioner sika na otwen ye enya ntoboase wo weka osika bi o bonds bi akotoye unya ntoboase ma ban ehihye sa DEP no ayetweko atiri kaka no na etimi aboa moman no agina ne na so woni sika se mu this is what the enra finance minister ema yehu ebie afei ofa enwumasua mu a ba ko kaaye ebie ni se omo besesa school ni bia ye B schools no dia ko A afei ombesi 10 senior high schools e wo man emu afei project ahodo ni bi wo ho a omo ye na nura ade ba ko amihu ye wo budget no emu no it has been concurring de no an ye keka omo mpani dada anaso omo mpani akufo-addo penso no o ka asem bi echi amam from afram place for bridge wo ka ho asem say wo beye eno fofia nto ata 8 years yentimi anye omampani John Dramani Mahama airborne 20 nyina aka kirom so obeye enura media budget review was habo so say eti amon from adoso bridge da from ne so no so ye beye nti sometimes we do man for adwin di agro say ya etidie pa na mo ba ya maye wo ho a ekese mo beye sa bridge no enti man for within 5 months na aka no anamperifo si twedi kura meyen na ntafrimu na beye de fufuo yi edawem watwadi wa me na wo tafre chance ni mu na be me wa na abusia weru nyina ye nkomo bi a ye bedi ede ama adwumafu sika aban kire se compensations a watua nko ano enye sika ketwa ena watua ede ama adwumafu na no no eba ne sen ekwan ben so ene so etimi ba ya ni nyina no yebedi mu enkomo no aso osi so se ensuo no a etoye manso yire ebaaye no 350 million Ghana cedis no eno nso eyesika wo yi free contingency vote mu enso ko sa contingency vote financial Friday yedi hu nkomo ewo mu anra nso obo so ewo nkomo no de ahodo NP pa ene ebetimi edi amount ene anopai ewo the dialogue shows ye fasada enfama erade nyankopon sabrina brinya no ma adechie bi etise enso etwe na itimi ehu no de bi eso ya no pa ya na yekodan kumase emro no bi e wo kumase da nyame ena kumase da ban na fe wi a ye de ani aba besi dade so aba na abehwe kwan a akuafo nso atimi adon ama yenye nuane no bi de enu akuafo nhyehyeye ben ena wo ye ya enura na wotie pa bisa se oman a ye de agriculture ena hyehyeye niema na yebetimi akenkan budget ya nse de hu ade potin bia yese farming bibi sector ye de akuafo nkoto tractor ende e kan kan fa nye o madwuma msem jamanu am sa nsem yokan na ano no ebia na de okaye e wo hodin pa na ye to add value to the agric sector ebia nsi ni nyina na ebedi hu nkomo ene anopay e wo dwumadi so yemfa sada emfama erade se abrina brina na omankwa we se edem ne keka bia ene ho etu anopa bia etise some 130 etre se erade hwe menum ye no amumu ye na se ko hwe mu ya enka menum ye no ha na begina e wo nim na so na fa che e wo ne fam ne so anopa ye nka nche ja wo soro no se aja udi wonte wahini mrade ope enye ho asase so se de osoro aja mamedada aduane fa me mfom so fa che me se na me de che o momfom me fa me nkonso hwem na imi frim so mu na wo na ahini ni tumi ene anumunyam eye ode da gidifo nyi so se ame enye ho na beye ho enso ede amayi wei ene dwumadi ede ebre wo midin ede kwame abo akuda nkwamo abetia frem e komodo I am your host with the most and I am your moderator free sabre ekozi se no nkro beba pa wonsima no adue no me de the dialogue show ene ebre anopa bia no ya na ye share ho bo anopa bia no ye kaka ne empanifo ahye ato ho maye so by the power lavished on me as a moderator I duly declare said the pledge.
The pledge. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers, and I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me God.
Right. Abuzia eti say na hyehyɛ no etie ewo dwumadie no eso anopa ye nkɔhwɛ sɛde ewiem sakra mu sɛm no bɛyɛ afa ya na ye kan sɛ mi kyerɛ wa na wodo ani ade akyire sɛ why wadwen so bɛsom ɔman no to what extent obɛsom ɔman no to sɛ obenya sika gu botom obɛsom ɔman no ko sɛ obenya ɔman no ho agyapade na wode ayɛ wo ho ana obɛfa ɔman no agyapade na wode ayɛ wo de ana yɛse akokɔhwede obutu obi nkosua so no anasa akokɔ obutu obi nkosua so no wontimi hwane sɛ ade no ntisa ade a bɛyɛ ye ɔman ne de na bɛfa ye ode no enye ode akosi da biara da ɛho sunsaso ɛbɛba da akyi bi ene da kontia no wayɛ ahweye ewiem sakram nsɛm don hwere de no na yɛ ade anim no sɛ ene ɛyɛ afa yɛndwe ne feed ne yɛhwɛ sɛ de ewiem sakram nsɛm no ɛyɛ afa anopai. Enti anopai ewiem sakram nsɛm no sɛ de etie enie anopai ebo kakra ɛwɔ wo wiem Ghana fana babi bebre no anofo babi akwaye breto ɛwɔ babi amepo ɛna nutan ɛwɔ a ebo kakra ɛwɔ wiem de man afei visibility sɛ wo hwɛ ade ententenso no ɛnkɔ akyiri esan ebo kakra ɛwɔ ewiem no nti afei yɛhwɛ ne mu sɛ miamia bi wɔ hɔ a omtie yɛ enso kakra ɛbɛpetepete ɛde amom ɛnɛ anopai nkanka Ghana yanafo ɛfam no yɛhwɛ ne mu sɛ enso kakra grada wom so ebetimi agugu ɛwɔ miamia bi nso atimi de amaye ene anopai efitia wi abobrem ɛkɔ na nwumre mu no enso kakra grada wom betimi agugu ɛde ama ɔmanfo ɛwɔ yɛtifi ɛfam no na afi so kra anopai said the TV from hotel ne ho edwo kakra e de ma omo a ugina me bi de se enkran e na ka so a ensuo kakra e petepete afi so kra no ba bi de se ketekra ne potem atebu afi ejura kintampo ene ne potem ne ade tachima so abeka ho anopai ensuo betimi agugu e wo saa mia mabbo so ejina ho mabu pen aduasam 30% afi mununkum ejina wiem no ejina free ohamu abupen aduanan ekosi na duesia eso 40 to 60% ena eno no ye mununkum a ejina wiem anopai ya ho hye no ewo susu pro no so no ejina free 22 ekosi 25 degrees Celsius awi abobrem no awi akrabe ni ti ede amai nenso wo ho ene ne potem kofodua ena achemoda utie ya betime nyanso kwa utafo eka ho eno so ejina ohamu abupen aduasa sahibe kwa ketekrache ene ne potem nso e won so gina ohamu abupen aduasa nso na sunyane enso eka ho bie e wo bra ye de sampa ene ne potem nso ebeka won nso betime nyanso e gina ohamu abupen aduasa awi abobrem se wi ne timi pagya ne mu a ya ho hye ne be pagya anopa isusu pro no agina 22 ekosi 25 degrees Celsius no abegina 27 ena akoso kra no eye 31 degrees Celsius efite wi abobrem eko anwumre no babi de se kumase ena oboase ena nso kakra ebetimi apetepete kakra ede amoma no na so be moma ho hye no so ate anwumre no ebo kakra ba be sanka wiem na afi ya ho hye no so ate abegina 26 ena akoso kra no eye 27 degrees Celsius na chese wiem adwo na yetimi ada yekọ Ghana ye TV from ye gina me bi de say yen de tamale bole ene ne potem no ofo bi de say bole sei ena damango a anope obetime nyanso ejina ho mabupen aduasa eme aka bogatanga na lelugu wa ena drapa ene ne potem no ebo ewo wiem ede mom o ma ho hye no susu pro no so no ejina free 24 ekosi 25 degrees Celsius ewi abobrem na wi aka ebe yiniti ede amom no na so be ma ho hye no apagya anopa idie no akwa gina 31 ena 33 degrees Celsius enwumre no ena wiembedwo kakra ede amom bra insu kakra so atimi agugu wo ba bi de se na lelugu ene ne mpotem ena afesu kwa no bogatanga utie ya obetimi anya insu ejina ha mobu pen aduasa sanso ena yende tamale efo nso betimi anya bia no nso gina ha mobu pen aduasa enwumre no se nso ntimi gugu emebo no besanka wiem o ma ho hye no so bete abegina 28 ena akoso kra no eye 29 degrees Celsius epo no so eye basabasa kakra ede ma afare for nto mo manimre se krodom omunya ahwe yie ewo po no so na afei omompe na mekakra emra ye ko weekend si de se etimi nya nam no bi na afei yetimi de gana hye fufuo no so atiase na ne manyina aso so etimi ekoso na yenko yenim anope yenko sede ye motivation no etie production team ni nyina kan ne ti ekruye no de o ka kire nyina ne say don't let temporary desires steal your long-term financial dreams. And a financial Friday, so I say, so don't let temporary desires steal your long-term financial dreams. Nema bi aya ni mu animu ye ya ensadam wa no masa de no entwe wonko wodache ene wonhyehyɛ pa wa ya to ho ma osikasem da bi ebia obi yusu mobile phone yemfa nya example aja wodi a yusu yi eno ana de koba wu se duba bi ana se boslo kakra de kaka ba da se still na no ko oba no obi yusu iPhone ahia 50 plus 50s na eno bi na kokopeto but that isn't a new financial long term enim so ahu enti so pepere ho de sa na ma no kokoya woni beba won so na sika o de koto sa promise ho ahwan no na abeti usikasem no a na nka o plan no eso enti ebesrew se abruna brinya no make sure say umma temporary desires no aye sisi a no da bi a wadamfo afa bi a oba damfo oso no de oye bema na ofa na damfo a gise pie o de mi pie sisi a ena mani beje o krache wanya ono nkwam se nya ono nkwa no yo ba list oba obetimi abo amo atimi sustain with the finances no nya de yempie nkwa ha enko sesi kasem yo ntimi nkase financial fee anso ede bi o ho a ne wa ye budget no ne de bi o ho na pi ba nya de bia yempie Monday to Friday to Saturday Sunday yempie sa de masa emwawo ene watowe wochena watowe ne we dabi eye kakaka obetimi de sustain ho we need the production team no catch us say nema bi wo ho a jeje mu ne nkɔ yie wei ɛne deɛ yɛka de ahyɛ ɛne arɔpɛ na sɛdeɛ de bia ɛhyɛ ho nkora wɔ de nnwom tuo mu no yɛbisa sɛ wei yɛ timi wei yɛ akame yɛmfa nkɔ baabi a ɔdɔ no a yɛde dɔɔdɔ ho no ɛwɔ yi me deɛ wuni me paa no watia me naaso ɛntimi nkɔ yie obɛhu sɛ wahyia kyerɛ wa ne ne mma ɛni hɔ yɛndwan ne mmara sisi arɔpɛ yi no odono ewo he watimi wakame yemfa nkoba bia so ati ase and for that matter abraba obo no sesa japade sesa sase cars no ebie no ha wo ede besi wo ya extend on sa emo bi for so enya bi na fe emfa bi papa enso etimi mra we ene de ye motivate de akade ka kire wo no eho no enche enje na asante ebo no for the world of sports and try so. Right now, something boy a canana matching.
Yeah,
Empom bokode.
Onyame ogusu ya kese.
Right, the radia sene if you ada.
Yeah.
Say if you dry into 4.
Oh, sir. And then I'll be
concerned.
And then I'll be concerned.
Right.
Wow. If you need it was street.
Okay.
You wouldn't there be.
That's right. Benese futu bi enu ho change kobo brand enya ofreni panana o kan do be kanyina che ne wi so ne age we ne maka cho no fa kobo bra
and also me ko hosa nyina ne se futu nyina ne se obe ya hwe na odi wani obe kire onyakopan no aye wadwuma wo ye
very well akwa bia
ochina si e da sorry unum kwa afa so da unum kwa afa so sorry enti je ko bobra no na je ko bobra no
ko no wan sorry
am obesi ko ji fi se ma
agreya oko sport na okoton sama ne nkrofo bu tenteni nua bi hye no se kwasi eno beti de oye ne nyina o se antu obetufo ana obisa ne nua no se obetufo ana o se na so bia hi o se fashion monday na se ne friday no wenye se tutu fashion monday
e di se oda so sport na otino asiti akobe won se
come on by who dey coso or the world of sport.
Well, after the World Cup, the big occasion as event, you know, Commonwealth Games Kosovo, Glasgow, was Scotland, the Mamu. King Charles III, Akobi Ejumedi Nano and Ra Yawo, was Scotland. Now 74 countries, I share common a lot in common because na a year British for and a share so. And Yenina Kwakushim, a ya fee in Nibiano said the EBC a kind Edia Kakaya who I kai and nano and then the way forward in terms of everything, not just about sports. In 74 countries, over 2,500 athletes, and they compete in 10 sports and events at Glasgow. Nyamencha the Ghana contingent akwakudru onoma. Yenso ye take part in that occasion. Oshe Ghana and the war screen so no fe ye kente and the Ghana flag ye dane di ewo honum. And that was a wonderful moment. Emma Ghana contingent echo. A bet particular swimming, athletics, boxing, and other disciplines. A performer or honum, you can see that country be a eba to me a performer or honum na or the Asha Crawford and William. Mijidi say CJ Winters and Che Yabama Nako cover the entertainment because Ghana, a village or honum winty. A yada yebe shata yan shata yebe bim yan bimia yebe sak yan sakia yebe ye shame
is it another ono no twi tricycle bi o se wo twi de no no ye hwan
para games and Paralympics ye na no ma
omo didem no
yes omo didem
okay
o ka so omo didem a omo penisa
physically challenged and you the battery mu a se na be ye obi bete ase no se bia owo I mean malfunctioning war part of the body ne bi no
o se na efiada
and efiada
it is obi kasa ka penisa o be kan sen
tedua
Okay. Oh,
Right.
sir. Want to miss I don't know. Something I make a choice. Yeni nyana ya kanisa. Eti ana who no Commonwealth Games no koso disciplines bebre ana ya be compete e wo hono. Arsenal Football Club assigning a year Greece international youngster Usna Usiakama Club Brugge. I know ya Christos Chiles. Or no ever be see a kind of ama Arsenal Sansona Elian Meslia or no so now Leeds United goalkeeper or no so a bar Arsenal for long-term deal. We Christos Media a replacement for Trossard or no a move on a call the Siktash a war Turkish a memo. Ghana Football Association so a release the fixtures for the 2026-27 football season. Hearts of Full Kotoko, Ash Gold, Omunina fixtures, Oshisha, Onsa, Ebeka, Hon. And no any the Ghana Football Association for the Atuja. Yes, you can see that on your screen.
Right.
And to look for your favorite club, share matches, Obe Peso, Obeko, Ako, Shibi. Now, these are all part of tourism. Adiaba kwa yemfa, yen shemun kranono, ewo kromoha. Nasa yen bohu de ro, sports tourism. Sports tourism, ebini. Ebi a unim oboase okọ na okuhu an na won se gold na yenya na aboa yan na se amboa yan orebe ho okọ takwa okuhu medie manso a na won se de takwa so ti se gold na aboa yan you judge for yourself. And Ghana Premier League fixtures it's on. Look for venue and enjoy our football because the wani me no na me catch us say Minister of Finance said you spend 68 million Ghana cedis World Cup campaign. 68 million Ghana cedis. Yes. And you spend it. How do you? Mini obi. It's your more coin. Omoba ababe.
Was it 68 and not 58?
68 and 58.
Then there is a typo error because I say Ghana's participation in the 2026 World Cup 58 million.
58 million.
But I also wrote I think 68 so. To me say be a typo the other air manona one massa we
say 68.
I 68 yes. So the typo over there 90% and 68.
68
right.
million. Me kwa kofa ahera si calculator no na ma share
what call yes na we no kwa no ye Ghana titi sika no what the court tini mu a enti ya wonsesa court tini mu me hu no
ene agimi ko
so I say because as sika no say ye bono kitua bi say ya 1 million Ghana cedis a o nya kan ya na okoba the court di de mu a e mu odru pa.
Yeah, I remember time President Kofo the new currency buy. NDC then in opposition say it's so much yes.
That's right.
The omo yen so omo the way but now both figures na
that is so. So me kai idea no tamwa insu yiri ni buy no sika omutwa no was 350 million Ghana cedis ni atwa na sa until we convert it say they cut it is no which is 3.5 trillion what. Right.
The dialogue continues.
Very well. 35 after 7 no so about power simano aduasa enumebra so say you join entertainment feed no CJ Winters high crowd and entertainment and air so CJ memache
yay Mije also a beautiful one and a Friday
no as
na me tise banka chena last anti say na yentufu
me ba efutu no ba kwa na de ma ono
na wo waka ze yentufu no sabe ka say
me bo ama ya ye
I mean you
I don't know when ebra e ko school ya de enchia eye meje so so yes CJ mechia wo no waka meje so. That's all. It means you did not mention anything.
Okay.
So and that's all. That is where and chia response no. Ti ebe ku school ni aye nchia na nye so. So they depend be a ku school ti be a wo call na ya.
And it's me on tire ma de.
Yes, not tire wa de ntino. E bia no won kire utwi. But say through the budget no na education minister say emfa the local languages no ye recruit a science teacher for no metre nkwada no ade within the local language it is all kind ever I was say the hausa near the acho
and they say be ban pay na indio
sa na che say wo kekan
mo to hanye to pe
na say wo kan sa ntinchia no ye wo de bia no bribia na say ye chia no
okay
ko ye occasions bi wo ha ye ma afrensia pa wo na ya just say afen kometo ye ntade ntina ye ka afrensia pa no nka se meje wo so eno ye nchia wo ba ya fi bi nchia enchia no it is obi chia wa no pa ma chia CJ ma chia so ye aja ye nua ya oba so betimi awo me depending upon nipa na obechia wo no okay say ye pani a ye aja e bia te se nka me ye young guy or ye young lady bia ye ura ya odo so it's response and correspond like that
ya odo
so eno timi ebo aba say bia ma chi o se meje so there it doesn't correspond.
So what did the meje so no come from?
So that is where I say nipa no mpese obebie na no ana onim the response to match no and onim how obe address win nchiamu no so they said the match good morning no so I just good morning na yekoye ba biboni de no ba yen akanka sam no de me kama adwo it means it is in the evening e bia ya agye correspond to anopa de na ya odo ya ra and so wabesra me anopa na wo ko ofi ya ye wonchia me de gya okwan so eya no point be ka se duani awo it means awo wom nti duani awo awo kofam
na de when ye duani
onyuno ne enwumre so like I say onyuno to awo ko so eno ewia bia duani nwuno
sanga enwumre dan ko so ye duani ntontom because enwumre na ntontom ba enti anka enwumre de obi abesa ro kwa duani ntontom
then na no ye entertainment and then the other aspect nti emfa eno no mwa na ehunu say
okay
the time na ni panachia no response etimi call bad mejo so no enyim free kasa
ya commodore
that so ni kweba
e wusi afo me mama achi o na mo hot today oh my goodness and then Friday boja and then if I call plans here then fill me in and then the plans there very simple me ti no power after say me ejuma ewie no I'll be in the office now once so what would you be doing today where would you be going fill me in maybe not I'll join you to wherever you be go call boyfriend or cry na be wa kujao na to say ya ko na bibia come right so ebusia entertainment tidbits no let me fill you in okay on the dialogue at Opena. We've got so many stories. So many stories. Now I'm beginning my story with when I kwakwa sento kwaka krebina Eriba Kofi Inti ni ex-manager and what threatened Oforian Ponsa Stone Boy na Kidi over and no more mabe release. I think no mabe release in no odonyum. Na sami bonyum no Emma wa obehu enyom kwa. Oh, Zanyum no, Ovempo Sanyum Bino Sanyum no, and Omari mix it no, Ovempo Sa, and a kiddie, and a stone boy, Omari mix it in your mono. Na Kofi Intine ex-manager no, Echimwa. They don't have the right. They don't have the right to, do that remix no. Na enyomono enye Ovempo Sanede. He said, "Now, Koye Banta." Ovempo Sa he's got all the rights say enyom no the ope and obetumi e dia ye. You know, I wouldn't want to talk much because there's been something ex-manager no wakata, so let's go listen, let's go sharp, let's go listen. Yeah, so from what is happening no na echiremu say someone nyakoko asem kwa do court do court dada entin nyakopon apata na say stone boy mu nyina mo ho bekeka stone boy ni kidi ni da no omo nyina no mo ho ebekeke mu enyom no omo de teaser
you entertainment court to Ghana ha you entertainment court to Ghana.
Oh, it's not a court today, a court. It doesn't really matter say
so these are some of the things I want to say brand Yakobo World Cup or things say Yakobo African Cup no e BC into the see any say you see nya team wa walk out on the field.
Okay.
Now wasayamba abebo ball no, so there must be rules a big guide us man. So all these things no should be and come mind baby a want to say be your court to be a annoying because someone more honor nim entertainment.
Oh, they be way no there idea or that. And no there or that copyright. Copyright.
Yes, that one.
But or copyright.
Technicalities be kakran so
copyright. Na I say bia komodo me no wabom ne abon nyom. Na say bia enyom no ye me nyom.
Okay.
Na wo because of say me feature wo enyom no so you also feel say enyom no is also exactly. And to say na wo only producer any ebia director most more must remix it in no something like that is what is happening. So yenti bra
the time on which you need the man.
Oh wow.
That legal process today makes man okay see or Perry one. The same thing. Anybody who is involved with this music will be saved.
Obi oye involved. That's one more feature one to the stone boy na kidi mu nyina no. Obotu we benya asama na.
Yes, because one and this is here na mama my album this is here na in industry ya woman. Obi aye obi ni adwuma wa sign a contract. Whether I will get percentage from it. If it wasn't Kwakubo show. Show I want to go Isika. And right now say and you know promote more.
Okay.
But we try to cobra and quoting Aso. Cobra is the originality of Aso. The Linton of quoting anchor fat and human day, Mamma so many remix because the originality is a cobra. This is cobra too fast to more and a cookie at the
okay.
The menu you crampon, not so contacting bro, yesterday the menu yes I see with these people coffee to on rap.
Okay.
Indeed, are you about to watch maybe? For that. But the infant channel, Nimpana as an listen, moment on your way. Now people in brown because mommy, this is what killing us. This is what is killing us. If you want to I will do no be a gave you arm. No, Kofi does not know until time on which you need the man.
Oh wow.
That legal process today makes man okay see or Perry one. The same thing. Anybody who is involved with this music will be saved.
Obi oye involved. That's one more feature one to the stone boy na kidi mu nyina.
Sa waka enti na te said the American na enye nkontompo na afei no oforian ponsa ne manager so ababonten ababeyi asembisa asemo abeyi no so ababeka the side of his na de okanyina eni say oforian ponsa e wo documents nyina wo honomo a e kire se enyum no e yo nu ni nyum oh aye ade wae gaza da bit hey tapi do bio tap permit na say so documents everything e wo honom na emre papa muno he'll come out and then bring all those documents out na or the abake nensemo okeka okay enti no say obi na say ono ne pa so feel say obi a copyright unyomu a the right thing for you to do is take it to court okay my court okay no more your court or le don e ma ba choka enyom ne eyemede anase nyamede Loco dancing a kuno ngade say na nyomo no e na akoko remix and why say ya that one no be that one be to you understand so make you go court if you go court then go call am if you come if be that way you go prove say the song you get everything for that song top abeg make we go see the remix no the song is beautiful and I still going to the jinemu torture cinema Kenya to wasi kakra boy I said also they do good so oh my goodness now kids will know this is just a teaser the teaser of Anyomo no come in baby hi so I'm just imagining the whole song you know how and they say won't say everybody you. But whatever it will be, there's song there. I believe say they will release them because the song sweet, it's nice. And now, what you know, I know they. Me somebody repeat that. I was super dead. It was me or dead or doing about three. Right, about 3 time near the Juma. And yes, and I can mess up one more of you, but you know. All right. So DJ Varosky and Shatawale, you know, they work together, and from this very video, no, DJ Varosky I can't say be about Shatawale. Yeah. Probably brain. I can say, hey, Samo, because Shatawale, they only say, oh, Shatawale dear. But there is one thing he has said about Shatawale that, what's your video? That's a UTV. You go like, oh, sir. So I want you to wow this morning. Let's go have that video.
I mean, that's something I always tell people that you see, Charles Niama Mensa. I mean, people come, people work with Shatta, people leave. And it's normal. Like, I don't know why people make it a big deal. Because you that you are complaining, you used to work at maybe company A, now you're in company B. But you have a problem with the fact that somebody used to work with Shatta and they stopped working. Shatta is there. I want my things this way. Right? Sometimes you think you want to do your things this way. But no, I want my things this way. Shatta is like, if you have to do something at 8 o'clock, don't wait till 8:30 and do it. So you need to learn.
So he's disciplined and principled.
Very, very disciplined and principled.
You know, people would be surprised.
Shatta, when he comes to work, he's so. But how is he giving us 6 songs a day? I mean, that's something I always tell people that you see, Charles Niama Mensa. I mean, people come, people work with Shatta, people leave, and it's normal.
After you know, Shatta be one serious guy. He be one serious guy. There are some people they be on time maybe to and you know what no setting the bed 10 minutes late and ahead. Send a bear so person could do baby bear 12 obesi muntem and in the time or not and to me chat only the time here Juma and he does things how open and dance pepe. Okay, so now Jocelyn Juma. Oh, yeah, actress. We all know her, right? It's been a while about her, but you know, Netflix and they deny. We've been watching the videos and all that. Now, one thing she's also saying right now is that moving in the you have a big project, but say investors in you are. And made you man yeah, and I believe say we all would attest to that. And there are more lot things that I can. In this short video, so let's have it.
As much as it's a good project, you need investors. So one of the things that we are lacking, one of the biggest gap here is investors. So if there are any investors here, I'm calling on you. Like, we are ready. We have products. Like, there are so many talented individuals and people, creators here in Ghana. We just need to create an ecosystem that makes it very easy for us to thrive as, you know, creators. And then the number two that I see as well is distribution. You're as good as your work, but then if your work sits in your living room or
Hard drive.
on a hard drive, then what's the point? So beyond television and cinemas in Ghana, we don't have access to the global market where Ghanaian movies are concerned. And I mean, I've worked in Nigeria, I've worked in Ghana, I've worked in South Africa, and one of the things I keep hearing is a numbers thing. We don't have the numbers in Ghana, Nigeria has the numbers, but you know, we are happy to partner. It's not just a good project, you need investors. So one of the things that we are lacking, one of the biggest gap here.
The industry to stand firm and for the movies to be ongoing each and every day now, we need investors. Okay, so come and invest in it, bring more cash, pull it into it. Send your bayana all the time, you know, we have that quality of movies are in pay. Okay, now Nigeria's Michael Jackson. I'm talking about Ramsey Noah. Nah. Unya kokofuna, unya silver, unya kokofunu. Sa ne wi asite. Yasi asite na nyeni kakura. Sa ne wi asite. Ene DJ otunare. Because na DJ zeta meme di wura hu. Ramsey Noah aka asembi na otremo talent in kuto cannot take you there. Talents cannot take you there. And then say, oh, I've got the talent, you know, so I don't really need anything. Oh boy. And then Friday. But this very effort, whether you like it or yes, you have to get it. So let's go all have our last Friday effort before 12 p.m. And then after 12 p.m. no, obi to funawunti and there liar. So let's go have it.
Well, I've come to know and learn that talent is not enough. You know, discipline is what actually keeps you consistent when inspiration fails you.
So you have the AFRIFs, the AMAs, the AMVCAs, you're the actor, director, producer, and that, of course, screams success in capital letters.
Yeah, that's a lot, eh?
Yes. And when we all see that, what do we easily misunderstand about your success, about your journey?
A lot of people assume that success is like given, but it's not. They never see the work, the efforts, the doubts, and everything behind the scenes. They usually don't see it, you know. And they always think that, you know, when you're famous, you're successful already. That's what it means. That's what it takes.
So when it comes to becoming successful and being successful, staying successful, which is harder?
Being relevant. Yeah. I mean, success is a given, but it happens can happen just once. Consistency is what really matters. Consistency, to be consistent. And for you to be consistent, you need discipline. Well, I've come to know and learn that talent is not enough. You know, discipline is what actually keeps you consistent when inspiration fails you.
So you have the AFRIFs, the AMAs, the AMVCAs, you're the actor, director, producer.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ramsey Noah. Talent is just not enough. You have to do more and more and more. And today is 24th of July, 2026. Today is my beautiful colleague's birthday. He's a man, but I say beautiful because, but I'm doing Tio's birthday first, please. For me, I'm a colleague birthday. So today is Tio's birthday, my colleague, you know. So for you to have beautiful flyers and all that, he's doing an amazing job right here at Kencity Media. So we are saying a happy blessed birthday to you, Tio Philos. I love you so much, and you know that, right? Today's a birthday, and we're hoping and praying that everything good God has planned for you, the astro and the everybody now, make you in your favor and happen in the mighty name of Jesus. Plenty money, and more of you. We love you. Right, so it's my sister's birthday. It was actually yesterday, but let me celebrate her today. So Prissy, it's her birthday. One very lady, no. When it comes to food, she's just there. But they be able to post it. Sister, why do you do that? Lixel, CEO, Edeba Lixel. It's her birthday, so we all are celebrating one very brave, intelligent, great lady. You know, she's doing so well for it, so man, we all have to applaud her. So it's a birthday. It is still your birthday. Happy belated birthday to you, Prissy. I love you so much, and you know that. May God grant you all your heart desires and make you greater than you are today. I love you so much. You know that, right? Right, see you when sending me, so I'll be ending it all here now. On the dialogue now. It'll become on. It's weekend, so please be vigilant. When you go out there, be vigilant. Be vigilant. So the Monday we'll come back here and then, you know, continue whatever we have to do. But tomorrow, at 3 p.m. we'll be on Oman Showbiz, Oman 107.1. If you want to see the other side of me, just join me tomorrow. Come home, just tune in 107.1, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I will spoil there give you. If you want to have the vibe, that Saturday vibe, just join me on Oman tomorrow and let's do our own thing, okay? I love you guys. Bye.
Oshai Brasso say yeah did the second edition of the show no etwa so you fast down for man Asante Eboa CJ Winter say the tidbit ahodo war sports and entertainment and so it me abeto so we shall be doing yours truly Kwame Aboakuda Nkwamwa which are from Air Commodore your host with the most and your more three-time yanko breakfast calendar so now pay na yanko say the calendar no so etienne Friday na 24th July the year 2026 and eka ho anachese yetwa na makoma 24 days the month of July emu aka 7 days and sana the month of July no so etimi akona wie ye ekokan na yetwa wa afim ho a na chese yetwa na makoma 205 days the year 2026 emu aka 160 days and sana the 2026 so etimi akọ na wie ye 4,920 hours and yetwa aka 3,840 hours and sana the 2026 and so etimi akona wie the 7th month of the year 2026 mu and ye way aka 5 months and sana the 2026 and so etimi akona wie na wotwe ye disi enei na wotwe toso enan wo July bosumi ni mu aka na wotwe baako and sana the July bosumi no and so etimi akona wie ene de toso num na wotwe toso enan emu. And of course, it is the last day of the 4th week of the month of July. And as a would do our yeah, wish you happy, glorious birthday. Kai National say, One Honorable Duke William Allen Kwame Amwakon Atao for Reata Nedi Awda. Now, Honorable Duke William Allen Kwame Amwakon Atao for Reata, a sitting member of Parliament, Fantiaqua South. We see no important momra shibedwani eno no na ye won 24th July 1965 and they were 61 years and then so ye honorable Nana Ama Dokuya Siama J honorable Nana Ama Dokuya Siama J a former member of Parliament Kuapem North or a former deputy minister for trade and industry or a former deputy minister for information. Ye won 24th July 1982 and they were 44 years. It is a woody awda onim penifo eti sey and na edi awda no enne na wonso so ye we show a happy glorious birthday ya santo a ewo ha ya ma che
ye nua
bibi aboko de
nyame adona nso e
right yeso adome ho ye pa
he de nyame ase
right bibi abe kama
na ene manage aje
se so
se na be person de asem na mo na me shime wa ha se me shime wa ha sa ne de na ese Ajita go for this someone say Ajita paper ne basa na mani aji
very well mama ko we she mami awodamra me barafi ye nyina yetimi atro so mama ne nana maduko asiama aje emonkomo ono bo nana maye enka mra se bedwani a na ojamma akuapem na otabato empesias former deputy minister for trade industry former deputy minister for information I want to pay happy birthday
Media very much. Thank you so much.
Right. A former colleague, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong said, "Me for Konya we so much what that palm for man. Why?"
Oh, for his thoughtfulness and in the past years, beyond on next two, any of Man FM have been very consistent. Say, at least every year, beyond the whole year, a month my voice in any interview and as any program. It do my birthday song quite yeah, I not more me.
Very well.
It's made much in my honor Kennedy. So
very well.
Opportunity.
Very well. In a minute or two, so be eka honorable Nana Madukua Asiama Jaya or your wine no free or Ghana.
Oh, Nana Madukua Asiama may say I'll probably call myself a middle-aged woman. And then Obianim say me true-bred Agyapong woman. And I lived my life in Ghana. No, I lived my life in Accra. And then my core school was in Roses, then to the University of Ghana, and then every other postgraduate there, we've been able to do it we were able to do it out of the country. And then Yami Sanye Adum Emma Edu time I represent here and so forth. Oh, menu yam it's represent Agyapong loss.
Right.
And in short, this is a very brief profile. And from 2017 to 2021. Me first me deputy and Honorable Mustafa Hamid, and then Agyapong from Ministry of Information.
Very well.
And then after 2020 elections, that is when I became Deputy Minister for Trade.
Right.
And I'm someone who has been able to meet the number of people that I have met because me nim penny inim akola. Obi I respect dia esefata dia no. Me de mano.
Right.
And I don't allow Obia so economic status be a barrier to how I would have to relate to you.
Very well.
And I hope in Abia say Obi Ohodama or to say and me program na nipa jibuma ba. It is because I relate very well with everybody.
Right. Right. Being a member of parliament, now yes, also the Koye trade minister, a tiring job of brave woman. And how did you take it as a woman doing all these things?
So I don't see it as a tiring job. I'll say it is a demanding job.
Right.
Because you need full-time commitment and you need to be focused. They be all the time. And also with me, in certain decisions. It was just during Yetena as over there, and Yetimini Guta, you'll be in Guta for how they deal with near maybe.
That's right.
Yetimini Omuye Juma engage well with them. And I usually send you almost 6 million. If I strike, you know. The time, it was very well reduced because every decision you take care, you need to be affected. We did it in consultation with them to ensure that key actors, any key players, they have been taken care of, and that's what their wishes are has been considered in the decision to be taken. And thankfully, my bosses too also gave me at about the adults.
I am what is so.
My bosses that many more age so Emma me akwenya pa free will. It's me a juma I report him out. Free will not make an end to me come agent. You want to do I need more chance no crime a juma president appointed for you. What to me for you.
Right. Before seeing leave, you Mr. said using your life, your experience as a source of inspiration, and Mabruni Ma or more Ghana, what do you advise them and ask tell them, say Pesi or courses are on Besom to become the Nipedia and answer the Peso Besom Yadachi?
I still wake up the question here will be coming. Make one thing deep. My thing that make us make elections come see your problem.
That's right.
But the truth of the matter is, the youth of today, allow at a show on social media. No,
okay,
it's way. Social media has, and if it is not managed right, the kind of mindset developing in your teaming youth, a day will be say within a day 1 year juvenile cry.
Right.
And I will encourage Ubia say there's a reward in putting effort into your work and making something meaningful out of it. So before proper without you working and getting it a bingo. But never say
right. You do see and a part to know where far and I baby.
And a part dear, yeah, bonfire say
right.
It's baby I will be let's connect spiritually and then pray to God. That be said me who said and you be breaking bread. Never was 30.
Right.
But you know, join it. You 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, no?
Right.
Yeah, come and that's so I'm telling you now.
Very well. Producer said, Miss Al said, yeah, quite enemy. And find be who on our Nama at Jason or near that is your next endeavor after Parliament. Again, what do we need more?
Well, I don't know if this is a permanent time after Parliament and it is a break. But I've gone back to private sector.
Right.
My cousin is taking up a few courses. I've gone back to private sector and then I'm into value addition now.
Very
and see for the processing plants that we have set up. In due time, you better home to mana edu so kwa. Let's say mnamuwa mudu mweni ababeshe.
Right.
Ejuma yede tie ni so ya start ya yeye.
Oh, I mean, and I say
because I believe it will help us with your value addition and it also create employment here in Ghana.
Abo nana amadukuya aje na meneno edi enkomoro medase no paper. Ami Radin Khan former parliament work Agyapong North, former deputy minister for trade and industry, and I mean Eddie and Komo Anope or no Nana Amadukia Siama Ajeya. Young Francis here and you can say Bibi say so what her hours a man for them budget team or a former deputy will be say will be when your former deputy trade and industry minister is a caveat today. And you know me, so what I say, you know me say, Chalenka, there said Namir, but no there, you're more be so international when you say, Mr. Dan entity may cause me arrange a meeting between or no say, maybe a day will come over bad, then we haven't. I say, Mim Pentum ye, okay, and you know. Oh yes.
No fair. Yamishrano na and now waiting the birthday no.
Oh, so one thing is that is the reason why I will one hour Bobra a year na kaka because yeah cool school work no new group kumamu ya uko school kwa no buafu.
Enya sam get to
no buafu. And so broniba or co school and anim stress
be a wade
kwani kaka kra ho no kwani na anim stress na wo so pɛ biscuit
anteba
ya bo bancha bisi ma odi ye krache
to aso school ansa no ba
wa be culture to aso na be fa na bokrata no engoma na wo se etimi awie ntem kakra isa se nkoma ahodo ewo pa right
ebusiande eyefia de fia da boja yemra so democrat ahodo amesaka ewo netu dwumedie dialogue so medini anim no etu dwama na manim ye sere me say enu budget mu nsem nya asem no pay enkata no de abeti ma me sha se no pay na me fa daily graphic en sha se en from daily graphic katofam eto so miensa eyeyewura ato forcing ato ba forcing ato is forcing ni foni eneda enim ha se nenu adokopie mu ewo mrahye bedwefie ena wodi media budget no ekoto mrahye bedwafo enim ena afi o makro Ghana adehyekrokro ye nyina yanim na no sembia wodi tudwa ene se Ghana mampani Era John Dramani Mahama ne NDC amanyukuo eno ono owura to force na we foto samfo o mabọ mo humode papa esanse yeto aba 2024 ne hand over dem a wo na wo wo abenwa so asisi a wo no omubu o micro Ghana no wo ma hwese sikasem no etimi agina ye na wo see ye revenue ahodro nyina no ene eye on point ena afen so no se na face spend ska ebia free way to say and the budget or the buy sky ye try to say be sika potting when ye deba o mine ho bra no ye spend this scanning do na is scanning be eka and also ensama wodi to say ye spend down na say spend this bebre and also ensama wodi to na fe o see 0 areas na say sika bia hihye baabi tokro bia mu sika bia no ya jejejiji ni nyina eduwachi sika bia so nko baabi abio say na obeti say adwumako we penny we disika say waye say no sa nema ni nyina ndi samanyuko wo ma ban say wo mu atwa sa nema nim eduwachi sika bia hihye baabi no so wo mu agi ni nyina na afen so no wo mu adrop interest a wo kwaji sika wo bank a wo kwobo bosia wo bank a interest de eto so de ma no eno so adrop de aba form inflation aba form na afen so kra no dollar so aba form etenu owura to force ne sem wo de etu dwa no emu tofa bokakra na katafa eto so miensa daily graphic de atu yanim na wo mu sem no si ya endo budget ne sem ne ba wie ye pe na ye nuanum MPP for wo mu eye nsem dwofo hia mu edom kuma ne ba no dani owura Alexander Kwame na fanyo mark na futumu ahye bedwani ene kasai no de nsem tudwa no si kase wasi NDC for ensi budget na ye de ba budget na ye de ba no budget na enie budget na mo de bre Ghana for na mo si ma dwen Ghana for hunti mo bre o mind do se ne sika sem ne aboso akwakosi ene mu nsem nana abusanya me na menke mu nsem enchew wasi zero sebi enfasudie bia eni so budget na wo mo de ba ye no enya de bia ya asem foforo e de ma wo mo na wo mo kwa no munim se ensem bi se be piepie wo budget ni mu enti enye omwonwa na wo mo betina so 2.5 hours e de twen budget ye ba ye eti se na sebi watoto board na watamodi kwa kwache komodo we eye board apema na se ya pentu wo se how bia efaso bia enimu sa e de ma wo mo edom kuma wo mo e wo mrahye bedwefie na ade ba kwa wo mo kasa chema wuntimi hu nsem so ebe mo wode etudwa se wo mo mfiri chema wuntimi wo se chema wuntimi prison ya wakwakodai ade ya amanyo hunti e na wo de na kwakwato mente no wo mo tuntum na mo hye wo mrahye bedwefie no wo ma asem tie nyina ne se wo mo warehuo mu esanse ya che chema wuntimi asentence ne 20 years a wo kwakoye adwumaden e de apesuo na ne kwakwa mu en wo ka se ade ba ko eteti wo mo na esese wo mo ka ho asem enu ano ene se ndi samanyuko ni Ghana mampani Era John Dramani Mahama wo mo kamia yesese se wo mo tuomani de si MPP fo so ene MPP ni wo kasa kuma bi ne aba beche wo chese wo bie wano ane aba beche wo mo achecheche MPP fo executives na fe chama fo na sisia de wo mo de du wo mo mrahye bedwafo so enu ti se ne ndi samanyuko eye wo mo MPP fo mo ti opposition no enya de wo mo akomato mo yema enu ada time media budget ne ba wiye no edom kuma wo mo mrahye bedwafie so eye nsemtwofo nhia mu a wo mo ba no dani Yeru Alexander Kwame na fanyo marking so ede nsem we nyina etu dwa anope kratsa no etra edi aba beto ha sei a eno so ho nsem no ewo enim ha sei na katafa to so dum ye nsanchen ha sei na eno rato force and air kasa no sanso di tudwa se akra kuma so express road ya mampani se wo ba beyi kwan na ise ekwan ni demu saa wo bi asemo se demu saa se na ekoyo so no wate ase na chese mampani so wo ba beyi kwan a no beboa yen ama yakobedi hu nsem na timi akoyie di ama etichiru no wo ma wo mo kọ kwantempon na eda enkrade kopim kuma ase no express road da mampani so ba beye no rato force and atudwa say one more release 1.7 billion US dollars eno eni sika yede ba beye sa kwan no eno so ho nsem eda enim ha na eno so edom kuma no kasa de fa ho wo mu si ato is force na mpana je ato wo force yankata na so na force no enye no kre ba ko bia enye no kre da se ne wo ka no wo musa katafa so aduo no so e won chen ha sei na eno so eye media budget yi ho asemwa eno rato force ne edikas o sisi the economy no yesi kwantene yeso ye nam so se na ye ko na iseketeke aspaki a wo ko na isegigigigi ye nam kwa so sa ye ko eti o my Ghana ye gina ye anopay daily graphic ne sema wodi aba ena mabubo sui every time I met so na me for daily guidance so ento so enfa ma asem kro na bi ewo enim ha se katafa etoso miensa na yerato force ni foni eda ha se no waka safe we one more target no eye revenue na chese wo manyi mi aya hodo yenye sika fe nwumekwa hodo ya ban na dwumekwa yenye sika de free so no eno na ye wo mo target esan se eno na ye de bo oman ne ho bra enti eno ena o mo hwe se ni nyina betimi agina brane na so mo oman konkro Ghana sika eno so ho nsam no ewo anim hansam ne dɔɔso nti wadama me bobɔ so tel se ne komodo se nkomo wo ho no na yetimi awie ntem katafa to so nsia eye edom kuma no na sema wo mo di tudwa ewo enuada media budget na chi wo mo ye nsentwofo hyiamu Alexander ne fondi eda ha se ye wo kasa ye esi media budget yi de sabi enya sembia enye hute krata hodo a wo be kenkan ye wugina wo nai so ensema hodo kan nyina ne sabe hwi no wase te se ne aye ne surgery te ne wo ba bia koye bibi ono hu na wo se ye fake enye original enti sa na enu media budget no edom kuma ne ba no de ne ye di tudwa se eye tata akwa ensem bi enu ha wo mu a emu eduro na se ha se katafa to so nsia so eye asante mantemu na MPP fakekweni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ena kwakopiem wasante mantemu na wonim se ye cheche ma wuntimi wokopiem wasante mantemu na nya asem koto asante forman asante fon wo mo aboto asante mantemu fo no wo mo kasa ena mo didi awerho ena achechiri wo mo eno ne nam so emma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kopiem wo ho na woni wo mo kokasa se chema wuntimi asem no wo mu nya ne saa se ono kwa enko na sebi onko service sentence na ye dia mano na wo mu gu asem no so mu hwehwemu wo mu de o mani be de akire afight da machema wuntimi se nyame be ya adwuma wo betimi abefie asomdwemu nti enu ada na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so kopiemu ewo asante mantema wo ne asantefo no ekokasa ye ne so ho nsem ewo krata yi enim nti anopai so daily guide ni die bia wono so ede ababetudwa na meto so ewo the Ghanaian Times ede ato so ede amawo katafa to so dumienu eyeye rato force ne nsem ya ena ede nim hase na afenso no katafa to so dumiensan so eye Alexander ono so ne nsema wodi etu edwa na mameko katafa to so miensan e okata no ankasemu wokopiemu e wotema ababeto edwa se regional police commander wo ho womo achi enipa bonifo bia womo eye robbery na nipa be se enwotwe e na womo achi womo e wo tema bia ya ye friend Zenu Obatan e na yetimi achi safo yi na ne nyina ne se aposifo dwumedia ya womo edie e de bo Ghana for titiwu ene ya ye edwuma na joni no once amu intelligent leader ya na nwuma bia na omu petrol kwan so kakra enti womu dwumadie nimu e na womu nyante ye se enipa bonfo bi akwakoto ahyenkofo bi so e wo Zenu Obatana womu etimi ekochi sankofo no e wo ho na enumu e na omu di tudwa se enipa ngwotwe na womu chi wom na nyomu nyina na omu ye robbery ba kwase eye different robbery na call so ena ma womu echichi womu enyina nti no ho sem no ewo krata yi mu a DCOP esiedu ede eto yenim na se hanso enso eye nipa bonfo bi a wo mo so eto enubone ewo Kumasi Asante mu asesewa market a eno so ya chi wo mu tanope kata no de eno so ho nsem aba no pay the Ghanaian Times de aba som yen. Ebuja mami to so bio da me fa won ko the new crusading guide eno so media budget katafeto so miensa enkuno na afi edu yera to Folsen ni mfoni eda ha sei eno wakasa ede nsem wato Ghana fo nanimu say ato is forcing ato you are forcing akasa and this amanyoko you guys are forcing it was a budget ne de sabe wodu rather nsem ede ma womo edom kuma womo ewo mrahye bedwefie won ka se Ghana for sidom kuma mwo mrahye bedwefie the Chronicle so ebaye yera Agyapong kuma ne foni ene da ha na ono so kasa ede afa budget no ho a na afa so yera to force ne so efoni da ha eno so budget kro na ntia no payment katsa no aha na me devesi ede amount.
Right, mame ena se anopai ewo bra odin krata no esina fe na ne ehomra da ne ehoba enkoma aka so edi akiri. Right, I'm sure Brasso so see dim come out draw at the MR Yansantoa and so ewo fidiem ha but quickly mame kwa homa so na me no honorable yaw adofrempon embon komo na honorable yaw adofrempon mrase bedwane ogem omanfo ewo manso adubia abato MPCL so former deputy minister in charge of agric in charge of crops honorable pemi mo ache
okay me too na mo to say
yes adom me ho ya papa na mpacho nso mpomu
so adumne ahweye ne mpaboti ye ho ye pa
right adopami dance papa say ye ton safre wo waje yeso na ye di enkomo kakra enura o so afọ wono e wo hwe sikasam totie so man photo samfo sa na hene wo bamra se bedwam na in a minute or two wo homra se bedwam na no kenkan media budget review no say na mo describe presentation obeye no enura no ewo mrasibidwam
okay me that say me chia by colleagues anu mo na tu employee phone na man the ye chia mu nyina but o ga say for 2 minutes to 2 minutes na dos
right
just some 30 seconds kasa hunu
right
so consider ni kasa hunu na za kasa hunu no ya tia over the beginning said you see start here and I said you see and the minister will you see or they describe it situation omo beto ye I don't know ya problem e confirm me no
right
I feel the boom akonta na ubu kompo akohwe wetia na obi o tese bia no kwadufo ohu ya onye ntafe no blame why no be blame na ko blame nyankopo kra eti o ka se menka me statistics me ka se kase hunu no suspect
ebra na wo ye presentation no ye wonsem bi okeka ye wo de ye befa free our culture which is the backbone ayama omayi e de ensem na okafa our culture ho a yehu ye ewo mu a yete ye betime de hu nkoma no pai
the okay kind there o say agrek kra no na emphasis ni ho pizza oka aba ekoko kitingiti okay akra and oka agrek mechanization na agrek mechanization is ka omudia question but bia it say na no some ministry na minim and she said bia ye to ho a na by the year 2028 na Ghana they are self-sufficient production of a lot of crops and even poultry. So I don't know, taking research work in stakeholder consultation Ghana within the agriculture space. Workshop upon workshop, they develop a PFJ 2.0. And the PFJ 2.0 now addressing the fundamentals that say ubia awiye about to develop our culture because any offer a crop they afraid they say per capita consumption it's a say crop we say do not send the deal Ghana individual they are saying with the their population you can multiply the demand easily it is happening here for all the 10 crops, only the poultry needs to come. It is now, I understand that you need to develop a great infrastructure. The bit is land development and irrigation.
Right.
There were 3 crops beer. Onions and pepper. So I do we said that is your master plan because your crap by your such media stand in Mewa. And see, I believe that tomato say, irrigation tomatoes and pencil, but you also need irrigation. Said you can do it all year round. And I say, when you are you get tomatoes or so you get and yes, I see behind no tomatoes or if you sign your name, you all the tomato enclaves and what kind of from north to south. that areas normally the farm place the wrong area or that you tomato and grace to Ghana akoma danum you identify the farmers so we thought say they were coming to follow that path and by this time I would say tomatoes boy in Ghana because I asked in here but that plan was say you make good tomatoes all year round but social budgets no more. I think mechanization out no boss irrigation crowd there. But all kind of man said yeah, I don't know because my TV on the irrigation field. And I don't want to because you see you want when you be what you know you would you using anymore consultation with my way to know. Obiawo ejuma we even in agriculture the crowd and you piano crop bia with me money. It is support, you know. If a man wholesale sick, I want football work in kitchen. And no you say na Rebecca was saying. If you are Dutch, because the other day causing financial loss to the state. So because we've been passing, I just had a year in Kuku. What is they would come out and go for the baby so a because umunya wa kaja ya say to be a poultry farm no when you walk ofa umunya poultry e wo Ghana wo kodom area wo fa woni ba area you ashanti you certain area there almost speciality pa they say umunya nko so it is a farm for you identify umunya ati umunya ye say the more incentive so betumi aye umunya no that was what we started doing. It is umunya so you don't need to go and spend that huge amount 200 and something million Ghana cedis say only everyone can get their command for. It's a waste of money and know your taxpayers' money. So people will have to answer these questions sometime. About the they say you can't send me a media review. No. And I'm talking to I would say or buying or they can't say or me say or this care back. And you can various MDs, no, that is street department agencies, no, but this can be about the council. Appropriation no, December last year, no, and one they called the one and the castle because already most of the ministries are crying. It didn't say, I got what one the economy pa. It is a sadia. And the ministers will say almost no. But it can be brother parliament approval. Now, to ministers can move on your juma. Quarter classes, Obama, or man, no one here. Dinner, I see Ghana no. So, and you know, say, and Mujaya, the ISA. But, besides, social document to be a TV3 for Makola. And that is a reflection of whatever is happening around the country. And Mano Kotre Juma. Obiama also about Betwadi. Everywhere in this country, that is what is happening. But you see, the beauty of a good market economy, management of an economy, they say, there will be money in circulation. It is a obiyo idea we do critical the quota deal with that we see quota deal where because the money is circulating within the structure. But where the Mexicano and the good books to say airfare. Oh, I tell about so mammy, W mammy, I can't baby. That was no muya. I dear better. Obama may well say, more Janini. So that I think to be honest, what I was there yesterday, you know, and it was sad. Because that a Greek minister, too, and you were telling him, you were pointing at that Greek minister. So, one emotional Greek minister, disbelief, because you carry only on one point, 1.6 billion you are paid. I'm going to say, deputy minister. If I look at 1.1 billion, but then the deputy minister, Abba, I'm to Abba actually say, almost 1.6 billion. And America could call public of gas the same one. So that is the trust between you and the ministers. I'm also something saying when you have more kind of education, or sorry, PA, because I mean it wasn't pleasant in his ears. It was sorry, PA. But also,
right.
And it was glaring. I agree with 7 years. Then she has Ghana, and I agree with this because last year, this year, it's not a 2 years. Into Crawford and somebody bought Adana Abubu. But unfortunately, because you can't be criminal, most of your idea because you need a comprehensive plan. They are say it me a processing and it me check on the shelf.
Right.
You know, meaning now perishable. So, Ubaquabu here, you need to April. And the normal circumstances, I think, it me to be near Dima, Yahuya. But you can't know. It's your work. I can't the sick of so that is the problem we have in this country. There is no relationship between agric and industry. You see, by this time, 1G, 1F, and the woman and the beer you gain your name, Uncle Biano, you are set up small processing unit. I bet me at the value Kaka. Value addition Kakapa, you need to maybe 6 months when you are shelf for so. This is technology by to me, dear Saniman.
Right.
But because we are not linked agreed to industry, farm gate losses, they get farm gate losses, market losses in urban areas, and no class of the camel.
Very well. Very well. Mamena say pay na mekas many sobra wanya na wa share the budget in the agric sector there. What ye on the amay, ye queen be by the front of your commercial pay. I was a Nipaotis and not to come away a honorable yaw ado frame pong. Now, where a member of parliament, the more man for a woman so edubia. Now, a Greek committee no account sounds no a former deputy minister of agric in charge of crops, and I'm no Eddie and Como and I pay a 2026 media budget review no Yanra. So afọ a wɔhwɛ sikasɛm so ɛkɔ mrase bedwam na wɔkɔ kenkae ɛde ɛmae Nana Christian Donko ayɛ krado Financial Friday ba bedi emu enkomo Nana akwaba
kwano michiao anofe na ahwade ho
yesu adom ho ye pa
yesu ahwade ho
na msenkrata ndo obi atwotwro bi
jeze yesu was scattered yes but
obi atwotwro
mama mfa nchi akase ma yahwefo ne etiefu aya my sister so that's on the buso.
That's right.
Number one fan.
That's right.
And or just so I say other forces on which I feel very well. Forces on which
yes.
I don't know graduation we were baby. I was calling to that.
Right.
But me take a craft. I'm monitor and I hear present. But like we said, the local question. So many commentaries
Abba.
But me no slogan dia say at 240 kind and I think is for me I'm interested in reminding because I near man yakeka ma check
okay
so what I say yakeka ma check nti tembia so okoko reviews na no na all kind so what I say hey nti no was say I have moved Ghana from emergency room to wellness center.
Yes.
And you bet you
okay.
So when you inherited the economy, you have emergency room now. Now also wellness center. You look at the current situation in room. Me actually say, you know, I say you do
some now cano. No, one can budget na sa contradicting who some of the
yes.
So be a young coha, they only say, Oberino or boy MPP are buying a basso.
Yeah.
Policies programs or say MPP government must be recommended for implementing policies and programs. Also, we recommend MPP for industry taxation or something. The only year and what you can over say, sir, all the figures behind the Wakakane and your and it is the pensioner or ma kwambia yes, I did the EPA, yet you musika quite. It is government and I say for Esika into all the auto near way say no nama or more at me. So you workers as well move from the set of kinds from from emergency room to wellness center. Oh, but I was just a damn
and keep on saying that it is the hard work of MPP and now benefit.
And the mark also council for the first time. What just say? I want me I recommend this MPP idea. Yes, because on one account I said MPP government has been recommended for implementing taxation policies.
And what do you mean by emergency room? So economy I would do not do so so
okay.
When they were MPP power. Now who do so?
Right.
That kind of useless we say we are saying we say this contract
PDS nana.
You see when they produce the oil whether Ghana a pill, one pill, near the share. And the fund was paying $5 million every year.
They take or pay.
And you are to forcing Mona what the ship on the Kufado. Such a emergency a country is in the emergency.
Right.
Now your own heritage. Look, Mammy Baby, whether you like it or not, Ghanaians are beginning to read in between the lines.
Okay.
And you have to be very careful.
Right.
Because you're young Polandia. What I say? Look, when you were leaving power, when you were leaving power, you left the country that at 2 force in Yangasa, took our $2.3 million, say, it was so for ambulance, but 30, but to your farmer.
Okay.
Jack Prayer or no. And now on why should church say I didn't call a hidden on moment and national security or some fictitious company. And I would get 2.3 million euros, some for ambulance 30. Champion, this is ambulance in our heaven. As well, Kufadu left you over 300 ambulances and then any problem. Moses had a railroad incubator. Now, oh, dear. And I will just you see, I said, okay. Look, let's come to the budget.
I'll say 13 projects are reaching 50% completion in June. If you saw Baba Muno project Makoma, why 13 in answer Cranafina are reaching 50% with June Bosumi.
Project never here.
One boss.
Anyway, you see, a been a make a so what I said, look, I'm going champion, my main started budget in India. Me look, idea win my catch us a annual ritual. Say, we prepare budget for a year. They do midway now. The constitution give you the authority to go back and review whether you add more policies and take more or policies. Go with me, drop on why you changes. And you know the normal. So you read it right.
Okay.
Look. The substance of it. Look, I have a template. Template. Yeah. Accounts your template. Now we are not you. The same thing. What you say?
Critical example. Yeah, I can say a template. Yes, the same thing. No, a chairman from Adoso, a bridge, or Mampani. That done another akufo-addo ebe bonto o kan eba ebesin ne na ye nye ne no ana no atofo se boss be ye chairman from Adoso bridge. It will be the longest bridge in Ghana. The same sasemi na MPP wofo a no so ka.
Now if you look at even the latter part of the statement now, what's a quadruple strategy bia or be we are no ashada afa payment bia officer wa
yes
farmers 127 million has been paid. Hey, but you see, I said, oh, do you pagwabro?
Omo ma control BC afia bisa so trace kanama.
Okay, hit kala. Na any Greek minister. Sika so di amani na wa be di na say enya no kre.
Right.
Enti sa statement na has been paid. Has been paid. Look, that Tio champion T.
Na metie pa.
Is it not shameful? Say, country where at say. What you say? Yeah, to say. Now to make us say farmers Tio. Farmers, at the we say odiomoka. Farmers are to me every year to me kwaji syndicated no be we say $5 billion near the be cocoa aduma. Now farmers isika kemo awuntua after say we be reduce cocoa price no. Champion, what is up is we say what 147 million the amount we say outstanding there. One to cocoa sector 147 million. We are there now so parliament in here.
Right.
140. I want 300 million a quarter part. Now,
nine more so monko to galam.
Are you serious?
A 16 million Ghana cedis. 16 million Ghana.
Payment to bank.
9 more. Omo to galam safe one.
Now, Mr. Farmers, so 147 million outstanding. BBB, yes, sir. Ebia outstanding 147 million. May you move 147 million? Say, you want to go now what the Japanese has been paid. Are you serious? Look, right. Champion, me budget have money go fuse. Budget me who grab. Yeah, my payment you have. Then you ask yourself, look, what the 240 million? There more be some fanko and go getting. What back at a young kukono. I'm did kukono. I'm worried.
Right.
Now cocoa farmers go. Till outstanding amount a guwa in Chomga was a 147 million. Say, yeah, it has been paid.
Yeah, my main glance through with some bulletin be our compensation of public sector workers 48.8 billion, including 4 billion as contributors to Senate and the Tier 2 pension scheme. Interest payment on public debt 21.5 billion. Eurobond debt service and interest payment $700 million. Payment to domestic bond holders 10 billion. District Assembly's Common Fund 4.4 billion. National Health Insurance Scheme 4.5 billion. Mahama Care's Specialized Healthcare Program 1.1 billion. Get Fund 4.2 billion
has been paid.
Free senior high, free secondary education program 1.8 billion has been paid. Road maintenance trust fund 1.7 billion has been paid. Youth Employment Agency 459 million has been paid. Ghana National Petroleum Corporation GNPC 961 million. Minerals Development Fund 548 million. Energy sector to ensure a stable power supply 7.1 billion has been paid. Payment of legacy government arrears 5.3 billion has been paid. Capital grant free compulsory basic education 76 million has been paid. LEAP program support for vulnerable household 485 million has been paid. Ghana school feeding program 877 million has been paid.
Yes, how funny amount go to every single look. Sikana ya did you manage budget here say you about 200 something. Midway no. Ya waje about 170 billion. My entity expenditure. Now me now say this because people are beginning to ask Sikana ya did because you don't see any concrete we say monumental project be a champion ekoso enti mame metra na me mention adie bi na get has been paid even while like say minister agree sika wo si do go obe challenge say entisa enti champion one as a strategy amayena and also oyene latter part no a obe has been paid as payment bi akọ sa payment we na akọ and amafo ho kire o mo yanto ade wuti we contractors kura na emobo. No, champion, let's start this one. Was we move Ghana from emergency room to wellness center?
That's right.
Look, my minister, I don't want to say. Apart from macroeconomic indicators. No, the touting who say aye no. Any adapting dia nkoso.
Okay.
Things are getting worse. And it is better we tell him. Say sit up. And you this kind of fanciful kind of behavior and all those.
Oko books more. Yes, $1 anyway no. About market no. And yes, I know no. All the businessmen no.
Yes. Look, inflation come from okay. Inflation no. Come from no. Sisi ano. And you come as the price before you inherited power, and then now,
okay.
Now what damn about that inflation you are telling me? Look, I not joy FM, Meteor Manopa review.
That's right.
But could be my morning.
Okay.
Or reading with the budget. The conclusion is that we say macrofinance. All these things look good, but the question is that people say I'm pocket. I'm saying I'm going to Nyame ina etua moka afa na wo do complete say your pocket inti what inflation akofo inti na say nyama wo be heritage time be heritage nyama ya wesa why should I cry myself look exchange rate fine o sa akofo hwe ene nam 12 point you call forex bureau meanwhile when the Akufo-Addo was living it was 14 point something
okay
inti aka 2 cedis per na you close. What you say? And no, my friend said it is getting better. Okay, credit on that. Now, champion, let's look at you will say debt to GDP.
That's right.
What you say? Okay, about former. About former. How is it impacting on people's pocket?
That's right.
Me idea. And you can you can gamble with these macroeconomic indicators and talk about what you want.
Right.
But the reality is that people are suffering. Look, because all this thing in an attempt to clean fiscal space or whatever it is, you tighten fiscal space.
Right.
The necessary payment, making those payments.
Right.
The payment are benefited president, anyway, these are the payments you've been concentrating, and those payments in the and your capital expenditure. What you say? Your best at first on trust year. Now this kind of a year, or a year strategy near the adeno. As option here. Look, let's come to this. That Ghana is emergency room on the man. Ghana Ben Akufo-Addo the man.
Right.
Answer me. Akufo-Addo ma Ghana. What would you 3.2 million euros to sell ambulance? But what about Akufo-Addo? By Akufo-Addo left you 300 over 300 ambulances.
Right.
And to tell you me say you can say two economy no Jessica 30 million in Jakupabino. I'm on fama. No for the 300. Which one? I say economy. I share emergency room. Chairman. What you say? Two. Akufo-Addo, you let Akufo-Addo. An economy. Mwakasa motiwa including at person. Na MPP do you blame one, including Nanado, because say listen to me.
Okay.
Auditors report and everything that shows he said and confirm the double salary. That time when you do so, okay. Yeah, that do so, sir. Now you put the double salary. Look, if you do work calculation, the time I would do double salary now to that 48 million Ghana cedi. I will share double salary more. And you have it tell me 1 year that doing so, and then you left the man doing so, and I will man, and a pay buy. Face beyond this one, you also sign, pay or take or whatever this thing. And I will be shipping 500 million every year. Now pay it.
Okay.
And new people sign the contract, including the Minister of John Jinapo. That one is John.
Yeah, that's right.
And now they did that fictitious contract, and you give the Akufo-Addo that begging. One hour, this take or pay, Udi amano, what's a soldier do so? No other fix no. And now the amount of do so. He man and emergency. Tell me.
Okay.
Oh, just here. So my line of argument.
That's right.
Because you see, we don't make a fee say and you done in the past. Because you are too about. No matter how the decision and confess this party should go, can't. But if you keep on referring in the past, then they are also going to refer in the past.
The past, right.
Because who catch me say economy, who obijama on emergency room economy.
That's right.
Now when I do the other wellness center, that's why we are referring you to this one. What I say? Look, let's go ahead. Now when you were leaving power,
okay.
Now Collins Dauda, affordable housing.
That's right.
The 200 triple parliament, the $200 million. What I say? I'm not the coy. Also 5,000.
Okay.
Affordable a year. But me have 1-bedroom apartment and all those. He ended up with only 1,024 out of 5,000. Not even half of 2005. And we left this economy in the hands of akufo-addo. And to one who just our economy, that's bad behavior. Hana dear na emergency. And Hana dear, and a wellness center. So look at the how the huge here or the job.
That's right.
Look, was a year president of Nanado. When he was going, he left to 111 hospitals.
That's right.
Built from the various across Eddie, would the answer say about 30% cost faculty natural nurses will be free enough for who buy a part in here and a Uja TV so bonny totals. And you use 300 million to buy parts. At 300 million, they cannot complete by 40 of this because most of them, if you do the assessment, the document I've read, and then I say, baby, you know, 70% complete, 80%. Now, what jai? I feel was over 30. Now 30 no cramp on house over. What is your budget? As he are speaking, Yamutu, and my, and Tiwuna, Obija 111 hospital. Yeah, Mammy Joe, champion, my person. Beginning of a policy is too difficult. What I say? The beginning of a set policy is difficult than the latter part. Say you be by inherited. What I say?
That's right.
Look, 110 hospital. Say I'm not bomb policy. When I mention say you could see 100. Mr. Count to me yet 10 because even getting the site and what I say, but this I was speeding up. Got all the site and they started building.
Right.
Because me plano now was opinion. Look, Agyapong will bet my 30% of what I say. But the man was struggle. What I say? Emma or the amount just 30%. Fasika Semuno. Now what to 240 million. What the Akwa Eriko Poku, no one great setter. Akache and say, what the Akoton who called the amount of phone I'm wearing quadana. I won't know now more trap.
No,
they are sending. Look, yeah, and I present a beacon. I think on occasion I didn't share bottle. Oh, we are the woman, we are the boss in the super jam one.
That's right.
We want to say to come and say, Obiari, now Commodore, who they won't be actually. I am to PAY. See,
I
do touch my banner. Miss Asama Guponibi.
There be.
What I said, you implement policy that you target your people and the enjoy now. Second, I said, I hear now and Guponibi.
That's right.
What I say? But when the man was living, young fans of who was living, he left you free SHS. Look, the man buy me free SHS, you see, and more cash over to me. A lot of people disagree because I wouldn't say a small money.
Right.
But you see, was thinking of Sabio, you're too oil or mine, you're too good when you're your percentage ever. How are we all going to benefit?
Right.
And in your mamma for oil money, maybe. Nami, not Sabio, set me to me, yana, a Columbia school free, at least parent no who she fie kra usika nka wo de kwa kotu office no ebeka ho you can do something with it fantastic and radio who said na trim poni ni a good because champion sa oye money no ye pegu wa na nipa bi aba the fana mo in the name of content na dey bu ebotu ni eko and that is what is happening. Only few people are siphoning the Ghana's consolidated fund. So payment in go. What I say? So we say we release it. Now the free SHS. Obiabe akufo-addo kasika odi ho beton. It's not a good thing.
And no, but one day and so contingency vote no. Or chance wa koyi sika free mo.
Na no 350 million. We say kind of right now much na boss no okoyi 80 pe and even cathedral for no say ampa they receive it or the mom I see the money
right
we okoyi mu 350 we got am say a contingency champion look maybe sir at what say
right
economy obi eja such a huge prospect no I inherit it when ja do so when ja look at it. There's so many mental projects. Even road that you obi you overpass. Kumasi. Bypass. Konongo na ye gunechi. Odi ani se katum kaka yankwankwa. Right. Samu bia amoto. Yankwankwa. Wo ba ye wa sheda afesika over 11 million. Sa mi ko tra express road. Na character bit se ka smart dey. We also journalists. Ujina ha ye di 2 years yi kwan from Accra etu Kumasi. Wan ka se wo bi da. Na Kumasi kwa da ho ye ne. Obi ayama cartoon. We say hey me champion. When he mentioned it akufo-addo huge prospect the man. What I say na onum na omu ase omesi aye no. Enti me kwa ma me koka is normal thing a statement that enti onhwe here look economy at banking sector
clean up
was so bad to the extent that one time the banking sector some of the banks were so bad they say you give them liquidity support. Listen to me,
right?
I'm one bank we seek our to Bank of Ghana we say taxes can yet move 4 billion the one bank so far supporting the bank.
Okay.
Unibank. What I say? Na economy banking sector na bad. Look, UT Bank amwabe. No all the catches obi on economics to you. That's right. And mismanaging UT Bank. Look, every year I almost over 800 million. Our tax money for Bank of Ghana the shame. Bank na ye. Asian. Jambia me ka say Asian ni nyano. Sabi onyo ono nkwana. Abo Ghana pro no. Right. Ono so ne bank champion. Ono so mismanage customer sika no. And ono so get 600 million from Bank of Ghana. Why if you put these 3 banks payment alone cost 600 million. That time the government then gave it to the banks after mismanaging the bank. And Ghana group call and you hear ma and how they call IMF.
Right.
IMF no, sika omo de mayen no do 5 billion. So you are having over 5 billions to 6 billion. Our Bank of Ghana. What the amount miscount banks? Akwakodi. And then you went to bank say you want to IMF. No amount less than that money. Meanwhile IMF payment now goes with conditions.
Right.
You funny power public sector. What I say? That's why they left huge backlog of unemployment. And where a reality and yet about as a historical.
Okay.
It happened. What I say? Kakaswa ya before omunoswa champion. 4 years, 3 years. One to say nurses meet teachers on musika kemu. 4 years ni ntu amuka. 4 years. Na akemu ni yamano 3 months.
That's right.
4 months. This is why economic mess that you gave it to akufo-addo. And now what to force it? We say to am ojire. And na ejuma akufo-addo na prune for it. And no na ebua we. We to make us say you inherited emergency room economy. Na wona wo de ko ayi. Anya wa hwe command me jo. what would
DDEP no? Yes, or say the DDEP was not designed to solve Ghana's debt problem, but to deliberately postpone them. But I say, we so the later part of the conversation. I want the credit no by Saka say a Ghana for more Mutia say DDP. Meanwhile, where the can I discredit at the end of Hadada.
Look, champion, me Makase, this current Bank of Ghana, to be honest, I've changed my perception about him.
Okay.
Because Sisi and on the mistake they did in the past, on be repeating itself.
Okay.
So he's being measured and he's doing the right thing. And to be honest, what I say, as well as that, I'm not a deputy Bank of Ghana also. Right. Look, we realize a mess also. And this time around, okay. This I'm saying, I done a mistake. Bible sing was what court according na after governor now artificial any me so me do back because he has seen the report the mess people cause in the banking sector.
Okay.
And yes some mistake maybe because already deputy under your watch nearly 4 billion call Unibank 800 and something they call UT Bank.
Okay.
And you did 600 and something echo way what I say and I'm here me I've said it time again say when I look at banks and among liquidity support in bank may won't be CM and liquidity support.
Right.
But I not transfer 54 million of customers' money to Koto Bank Wabruchi. That is no offense. And you opted to come from the Universal Bank to savings alone, and all those things. Say I wanna open me and drop on I want to meet the capital requirement of those and they do buy. How many customers you who say how much people are office? What I say? Obi to me fa champion. Obi to me fa we the mattress no Akwada Bank.
Right.
The Bank of Ghana had crunch meeting with them. Mumfa sikanumeri check as amanye until champion. Until Amoya said let's vote the lances and take care of the customers. What I say? All these things, this I say, what messy apple. Obi no business. I don't know amount for more. And I'm saying yes. Look, sometimes champion forensic audit be asked for prosecution.
Okay.
When they do a prosecution,
right.
But then sometimes you apply wisdom with a certain thing. So what I say, right? Yeah, audit we are not forensic audit. Champion, Obia, yeah, share, what to my truthful. I want more information about it. It me jam free.
Okay.
Because you have been very helpful. And my valued information.
That's right.
Obu was actually profiling. So only say that to me a process and now we in the free.
Right.
So my cousin a capital bank is now I'm aboard a year what and can say if you look at the distribution you can say but MPP decided that looking at the profiling of the man it's what I say it's the same back.
Okay.
And nipa no MPP and they saved him. I'm telling you because by this time and now anchor that story say me bank and we now so what I say
no.
Now DDEP no I mean tell when him say after COVID no after COVID
that's right
one say now the thing is that how do we recover and so we were under part of economic recovery what I say and now I will say IMF program what I say because that one COVID-19 I don't know whether you like it or not no matter how people will coin it it brought serious onto pressure on us just say nipa am and Jesus I dey we crab to me see and now you ko in obi nim da nurse ya dey bet me see enti I know dey enya bi na disaster ba ya wa Russia contingency vote akoyi 350 million no be nim say disaster say ebeba
sa DDP no kra no boss said the 7 DDP coupon payment due on August 18th and it will be paid in full.
And me bano me ma foundation me the abesi DDP
right.
Wow, enti ye ko IMF. Look, if me go IMF so I'm on okwa before you qualify they bring out policies near my sister wo ye.
Okay.
Ebetumi amodo granted that opportunity. And that time I hear no over 100 countries in Canada.
Right.
Because COVID na hit baby country be suffer. And we had a president even the workers, I'm trying to feel 1 year and he was paying them.
Right.
And now we needed to also go for that intervention. And IMF, a year and idea.
Right.
Me, sometimes I disagree with people that say that, and IMF was that. One can just all the facility to IMF. What make? And what I would say, since I qualify now, be if you want. Meanwhile, you are looking for another facility. Right. And what happened was that IMF, before I'm accepted, I'm just a policy way. We obey. And I remember say when I read the policy, there were 5 interventions. The first one, the first one we say yen bibi na yen enhancing expenditure. Right. And look at area be able to make the taxes and I'm and then the next one is how to reduce your expenditure. What you say? And also your IMF conditional. Right. Go and do something about your expenditure. What you say? Reduce it.
That's right.
We are debt now. I'm look at your financials. Okay. Look, debt be what? I will check by your interest. More deducted with high interest rate. Duration also anytime when I be mature and this is right. And go and make sure that when I'm mature some more new bonds now more reduce interest rate. Right. And then also make sure to say a duration be as 2 years in a mature 3 years and also 4 years. Right. And number because you were in a serious problem. And I said the last one was something. Look, when this government came, he did something about it. Right. The first one is to bring in certain taxes. If he say, but I didn't levy in Abai. Said they bring a bit money in Yakakra. All in an attempt to close the fiscal gap. Until we are making sure say you getting the needed revenue. Until you say do something about it. That one na mobile levy near the na a mobile transaction for 4 years internet so na send sika and I was sending less than 100 and I'm going to even though my friend said that yeah cut but now attempt to bring us to a certain level.
But I don't know say are there na fan say telecoms no as was mobile telecommunication network na te dia yen ka hwe but na aban betu bi dia na yes
atum
so say yes yeah court na telecoms ni ka say charge you
they no say am be charge am ma bibi akoshe no bi boto ma yama enti yan kasa look and then the two is how to reduce the expenditure. Right. What was I got to a point that even president or reduce the expenditure. That's what I say. Or Kasa minister so let it so. Very well. Mama Diana Kasi so warning say Obi not in the Saka. And another one yet. Very well. And to my attempt. Anna, how do we there are certain expenditure you do a year. Reduce especially Sika or they call Jubilee House. When you say in spite of 18 ministers in now. Sika no di Jubilee House was about 300 and something million. Very well. And do 1 billion.
And I am now sir. Yenya fancy now.
What am I mean?
Mami 2 minutes now. They are coming.
Yes, it is. Mami, now, enti osha measures. Right. And your friend say fiscal discipline. Okay. And now or the better ho. And then making sure say the Kakrebiako or even upon Kroma information ministry. The budget are not even in spite of winning now. That's right. Now you're 10 million. Oh, by almost she 2.7 billion and you had to Jubilee House. On the say it, you have to mean a so. Right. For instance, 76 million.
Now tell me where so say domestic revenue reached 7.7 of GDP by June. I said I said domestic revenue reached 7.7% of GDP by June.
Say Sikana you mobilizing internally, no. What you say? You need to compare the GDP gross domestic product. Right. You know the percentage, I think say we've been doing around 5.5, 6.10. Okay. If you look at the projection, right? And to know all target was it 7.7. This is what I say. The internal mobilization, we see even the target ni ade into obeka. But the question is that who see the target no na amount for bottom area payment nkwa sa de no okoto a kire hina ana we say production
I mean I say production team amwa me na me nwehia amount for birthdays na fama you say embre no say the star cake akra ho no na ama or time na because you ja ample time the ma pa
but that's week here budget debate neighbor and here be about do
papa production mo me na birthdays ahodo e ba ye no me hwe na afa me ntimi enwehye efa ema atiefo ema me ye frawo Auntie Ernestina Akrofi Auntie Ernestina Akrofi na wa oda production team no e wo hye we happy glorious birthday na wo do oda Nyankopon ka ho de obe bia no so entimi enye yi papa e wo jumadi eso afei Janet Odro ene e wa oda na we no happy glorious birthday emfa emma we fi Kofi Apol Frimpong ene nananom panifo na e wo show a happy glorious birthday ne obra wodu awde Nyankopon no mo nka ho na fe on tenensa so e wo so Janet on that note no ma me fast da no right nana akire nkwafua sika ene so e wa woda nana ye mo happy glorious birthday say ene wodu awde Nyankopon no mo ba bi opagya wasi no onkoso na onche na basa kese no e wo so happy birthday to you enti we ene hyehyede a e wo ho afa Olivia Tete Asiama ene ye wawoda Olivia ene awudi wawoda ye ma happy glorious birthday Nyankopon kan wono mo na fe de obe bia nso so entimi enye yie sanso ena another birthday enkomo ye fro Theodore sorry ye yankasa ye Theodore Sovo ene eye wawoda na Theo happy glorious birthday enkomfamo na awudi wawoda Nyankopon no mo ene niam be bafu pa ye betwa nso so ba bia be fine na fe e de said ya atwe akwada na ya boro de benkum no bo na no de fa na atwen abati sa na be ye titio ene happy birthday enkomfamo na another one so e kodi ama ye from Mr. Oreku Asiedu ene e awda enti na awudu awda yi Mr. Oreku production team ni nyina e we show a happy glorious birthday Nyankopon kan wono mo na fe de obe bia so enye yi mame fast dan fama Hughes Ahen Justice afo and afe so kra no Robert Finn Elikem e wo fi odne ni titai e ba e madwumadi no so etimi ekọ so producer no ya mo omno mbo e ma e de dwumadi no e bro memedin e yours truly Kwame Abu Akuda Nkwamwa obeti afrem e komodo your host with the most and your moderator Oti Nana Christian donko enka we economist or chartered accountant and your auditor omnyina bebo e ma de dwumadi no e bre wo midwasi Nyankopon ya adom e besen hia wo dialogue show so efiti joda e komedase